Howdy, Possum Patty, and the entire frolic of fairies is here. Yes. They're hoping that I read another chapter in the new fairy story. Yes. Well, I was going to come in earlier today and do some coloring in my fairies coloring book. But Mr. Possum had to go out, so we went out, we did some errands, we grabbed a quick lunch, we went grocery shopping, did all that. And before you know, it was afternoon and it was time to do this and that and cook supper and clean up. And yeah, the whole day just went by. So I came in and I was like, I want to journal. I want to make a new rock journal. I want to finish painting that other journal cover. I want to color. I want to color, yes. What should I do first? Of course, I could do all those things. I just can't do them all at one time. So I was like, I want to color. Yes, I want to color. Now, big question. Here's the big question. Yes, just going to get it out there right at the beginning of the video. I made a couple of videos of me coloring in the Vintage Fairies coloring book. And I just put some meditation music in the background. Yes. So do you like that? Or would you prefer close-up and personal? A coloring video with some narration, with some chat. Maybe not a whole lot of chat, but me just telling you what I'm doing, what my idea is, what colors I'm using, that kind of thing. I think I did a little bit of that when I started this. Like I did her skin and stuff, but then the gown and the wings was just a silent video. Well, silent, it had music, but no yakking, right? And then I did these sedge leaves here, and that was about a half an hour. That was also no talking. Yes, no talking. So that's my question. Yes, you can just go right down in comments and answer it right now. Yes, you can. Do you prefer the quiet meditation music, or would you prefer just a bunch of chatting while I color? Which do you prefer? Yes, yes. So I just did two with the meditation music. The first one I talked, so I thought I'd talk in this one, but I'm going to ask you. Yes, ask all those possum peeps out there. Which one do you prefer? Because I'm going to color in the flowers. Yes. I'm going to work on this for a little bit, and I'm going to color in the flowers. I'm looking for my pencil sharpener, which is here somewhere. I got a couple of them. Okay, I got my pencil sharpener. I've got my fairies, my frolic of fairies, yes. I've got my Vintage Fairy coloring book. I've got my Koh-i-Noor polycolors. Sorry about the light reflecting there. And the ones that I'm using, this is my palette so far on this page. I've kept them all together, but I'm thinking now that I'm doing the daisies, I love this coloring book, look. Just has gorgeous illustrations in it. Now you can copy or, you can do your own thing. Yes, you can do your own thing. But on this vintagey one, I'm trying to copy that kind of a color scheme. It's not exact, but I'm working on that color scheme. Figaro, Figaro, Figaro. It's the Oreo o'clock already. Yes, it is. So there's like a yellowish green and a lighter green and some red over there. Basically, sort of the same palette, but maybe with a darker green. Let's see what I have here. I was trying to stick to the poly colors just to see how it would come out. Yeah, I have a darker green here and a lighter green, and that green too. And I don't think I need any of those other colors. Looks like the artist used a limited palette on this, yes. Okay, I have a lot of fairies here. Ladies, back up a little bit. Try not to knock you off your chair. There you go. Okay, I'm going to start at the top of the daisy, which is sort of whitish, beigeish, tan, darker greens, some light and darker greens on the stems and on the leaves. A little bit of tan up there under the bud. I think I need to sharpen my green here. Somebody said spin the sharpener, not the pencil. That kind of gets, yeah, shavings everywhere when I do that. Okay, so these are all good. And then maybe a white and a tan and a brown. I'm going to have to do this over the garbage can. Oh, if I put the if I put the garbage can on that side, I don't have to turn my back to the camera, right? Okay. There's always simple solutions, aren't there? Yes. Things we don't think about. That one looks good. Okay. Keep your pencils sharp. Yes. The best way to use colored pencils is to keep your pencils sharp. Okay. I haven't done this in a couple days. All right. So this is my palette right here, greens and blues. I'm going to start by putting a little white on this side of the bud. And then I'm going to put a little tan on top of that. Doesn't have to be exact. And there's a darker brown, like going along over here. Kind of goes, I'm holding my pencils there. Sorry. Darker brown over here. And then let's get some green in there. I'm going to put a little lighter green first. I'm going to have the green going from the calyx over here. It's very dark on this side and a little darker on that side. Get some darker green on there. This is dark green. It makes it simple. And a little more brown. I should take my ears off. Taking my ears off, yes, because they get in my way. I don't want to hit the overhead camera, yes. I might just put a little touch of yellow on there. But then I'm going to take the white and blend that all like that. Okay, now I'm looking at the stem. It looks like it has a highlight on this side. I'm just going to rub a little white on there. And then this leaf on this side, and this leaf up here at the top, and halfway down here. And this one highlight is underneath. And down here, and on this side, and underneath this leaf, and down and down and down until till about there. Okay. And there's a dark green and a little bit of tan. I'm going to go to the next darker color, which is the tan. Put a little bit of that on there. And I'm going to put a little bit, that area right there. And maybe a little bit in here. And a little bit on there. And a little bit going down the stem. And I'm just following down as I go along over there. They don't always draw it exactly like the painting. Like the wings were really different than that. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to put a little bit of this green in here. Kind of dark over here. Trying to follow the form of the leaf. The leaf goes this way, so I'm trying to color that way. Then it goes out that way. And this one goes around. And I'm going to get more green on the stem. And going down. Should I put some meditation music on while I'm talking? I could put it very softly. So while I'm just coloring, there's just a little bit of something in the background. Did I do that? Okay, question number 2. Background meditation music while I'm talking. Yes, no. Okay. Now you have 2 questions. Question number 3. Yes, I should ask this first. Do you like coloring videos? Do you like painting videos? I love gel printing videos. But how about just painting or coloring? Yes. I guess there's the folks that like that. Which do you like better, painting or coloring? Now I'm going to keep you really busy answering questions. Yes, I am. Talk or music? Talk and music. Do you like coloring videos? Do you like painting videos? Inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I mean, I'm doing it because I love doing it, but, do you love watching people do it? I'm going to have to put more brown into this green. Even with this dark green. Okay, there's a little touch of reddish up here. This one is really dark. They didn't draw this whole little bit over here. They left that out. That's like they left this part of her leg. That part, they didn't draw it in. Someone's banging on the door. Somebody's banging on the door. Let me in, let me in. Who's there? Who's there? What? Hello? Are you on your walkabout? You are? You want to say hello to everybody? You want to say hello to everybody? Yeah. There she is. There she is. Oh, hello. 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 You gonna look at everybody? You gonna look? No? Okay. Well, I'm coloring. I'm coloring right now. She doesn't care. No. She doesn't care. She just wants pets. Yes, she does. She wants some pets. Okay. How was that? How's that? Is that good? Is that good? You want a hug? Huh? Okay. Getting to be a habit. Oh, go down. Go down. Oh, yeah. All right. Where was I? Gonna see paws coming up in just a minute. Just a minute. I was fiddling with this leaf here. I was fiddling with this leaf. Let's see. I'm going to put just a little bit of this light green for the underside of the leaf. Okay, I like that. I like that. Dinky is sitting there staring at me. And it's dark on this side and light on this side. So we gotta get some dark on there. Also a little brownish. Everything is sort of an olivey, brownish, tannish, gold, yellow tones to it. And let's go with a little tan on this one. Hello, Miss Dinky. Yes, I know you want attention. Yes. She sleeps all day and then this time in the evening she wants some attention. And with a little white on there. All righty, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Down this way. And I'm on that leaf right there. So this is very light green here. There's a touch of green. So Possum Patty, I was wondering, yes, why is the underside of the leaf lighter than the top side? I mean, is the light coming from down here? Why would it be darker green on the top? Can you guess why? No, don't use your phone and Google it. Try and figure it out with your brain. What makes the green color on the leaf? What makes the green color? That's right, chlorophyll. And what does the chlorophyll do? Catches the sunlight, right? Makes the sugars for the plant, okay? So, where does the sun shine on the leaf? Does it shine under the leaf or on top of the leaf? It shines on top of the leaf. So where would the plant put most of its chlorophyll? I know sometimes the leaves blow over to the other side, but if you were a plant, which side of the leaf would you put most of the chlorophyll? On the top of the leaf. That's correct. You get an A today in class. And let's see. Okay, we've got a light side and a brown side, and then it gets dark. Put a little more color there. And I didn't mean to get it on her dress. No problem. And I'm going to put a little more dark brown right there, and a little more dark green over here, and a little medium green. Okay, pretty much got one stem done. There we go, that was a half an hour. Well, plus playing with Stinky Winky Woos. Well, I think I'll do one more. Okay, now this daisy, we see the underneath of the petals and the calyx there. And they're got a lot of tan, a little bit white there. I'm going to throw in some white to start with. Sharpen the white. What you want, Stink? Somebody's calling you SWW. Yes, Stinky Winky Woos. SWW. Put some white on there. And along the edge, and along the edge. I already added a little brown there when I was coloring the stem, just to see how that was going to look. And around, and around, and there. Okay, now very lightly, I'm going to put some in the middle of the petal. Here, and here, and here. Down here. A little bit here. All right, get the darker brown. Lightly up there, a little darker over here, lightly up there, darker down there. Sharpening. Keep your pencils nice and pointy. You don't want it too brown. And this is light green and dark green and red. All right, let's blend this with some white. Now I'm going to start with the lightest green. Whoops. I'm going to start with the lighter green. No, I'm take that back. I'm going to put the red in first. The red is just sort of like this. See, you can't just leave it like this because see, then it doesn't go with the rest of the picture. Now you've got to keep shading and adding more until it fits in with the rest of it, yes. All right, Stinky wants to go out. Okay, finish your walkabout. Go on. Go ahead. No, I'm not going out right now. No, I'm staying in. You going out? You going out? She wanted me to go out. She wanted me to go out with her. Let's see. And this one, I made that one kind of dark, I know. It had a lot of red in that area, a little brown and dark green. Kind of got all blended in together. This one's got some red touch right there. Down here. See, I'm kind of looking at this one, how dark that one is. Although this one is lighter. It is lighter. Are you back? Are you back? You are. Are you back? Well, who's back? Who's back? Who's back? I can't believe I've been coloring for an hour. Yes. I've been coloring for an hour, yes. I got 2 stems done. Make a little progress every day, and it doesn't matter which project you're working on. No, it doesn't. I'm going to get this page finished, and I want to finish coloring the hearts in my journal. That's back there behind those fairies, yes. And that'll be awesome. Awesomeness. Well, don't forget to answer the questions. Do you like music, like meditation music, or talking? Or do you like a little talking and a little music? Do you like coloring videos or painting videos? Do you like stinky winky woos? Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at that face. She's in kitty heaven right now. Yes, she is. Well, thanks for coming along today, and happy coloring. Keep those pencils sharp. Bye-bye. Red Feather, Chapter 2, A Maid for the Queen. Almost before Anna grew used to having 2 babies instead of 1, the fairies came back. They slid through the open window over the moon rays one night when the moonlight cast a bridge between the woodcutter's hut and the sky. Hans was tired with a long day's work in the forest, and Anna was tired with the care of the two babies, and they slept so soundly that they did not hear the rustle the fairies made, blowing about the room like green leaves. When it was plain that Hans and Anna were too fast asleep for anything to wake them, there was a silence. The silence was different from any human silence, so much more still than any mortal ears can know, that Anna turned restlessly in her sleep, and Hans drew a deep, long breath, like a sigh. Then there were sounds again. A board creaked in the floor. The half-burned log in the fireplace fell apart with a dry whisper, like sand falling on sand, and an icicle dripped onto the window-sill below it. Now the room was crowded with young men in armor. Their shields and breastplates clashed with the light when the moon rays fell on them, and the one woman wore a gray gown that gleamed like moonlight. Their eyes shone a little in the dark, like the eyes of cats. "Amanda," said one of the tall young men. The beautiful woman came forward to the cradle. "Which is the mortal, Amanda?" asked the man. "And which is your child?" Amanda bent over the cradle and looked at the two babies, alike as two peas in a pod, and fast asleep. She shrugged her shoulders and laughed. "You have done your work too well," she said. "Look again, Amanda." She looked and laughed. "Since it is all any of us can do to tell our children from the others 6 months after they are born, how am I to choose between these two whose very hair grows alike? Michael, you have done your work too well." "Touch them with thyme and lavender," said another young man. "The mortal baby will turn cold as ice, and her heart will almost stop its beating." Michael took a sprig of thyme and a sprig of lavender that were tied to the hilt of his sword and brushed the face of one baby and then the other with them. But both babies slept on. A little lad, dressed in green, came forward. Light blazed up from his head like a crown. He bent his head over the cradle and then glanced up. There was more moonshine now from Amanda's gown than from the beam sliding through the window. "It grows late," said the little lad. "My mother will be very angry." All the fairies whispered, "The queen will be very angry." "We must take one of them," said a young man. "We shall have to brave the queen's wrath. When mother finds out that a scullery maid she has planned so long to get may be a fairy instead of a mortal, she will punish all of us," said the little lad. "That is so," said Michael. "She has spent days over ancient books of magic, and she has found that no fairy ever dusted as well as a mortal." "I was with her when she planned the changeling," said another fairy. "How difficult it is to get good servants," she said to me. "And then she made this plan." "She must never know," said Michael. "We must all vow never to breathe to a fairy soul that we could not tell one baby from the other. And now take one of them and let us be gone." "Aye, take one of them." Amanda had stepped back near the fireplace, and now the honest warmth of the wood fire seemed to spread deep inside her. "I will not have my child a scullery maid," she said, and a real tear ran down her beautiful face. The fairies looked at her strangely. "It is this fire," said Amanda quickly. But she looked away when the little lad in green bent his head, crowned with light, over the cradle. One of the babies slept on, but the other opened her blue eyes and stared at the lad. Her tiny hand wavered about and then clung to his finger. "The moonlight fades," cried a fairy. The little lad turned away and stood beside Amanda, a strange warmth flowing through him, as though he too had stood too close to the honest wood fire. "Michael, take one of them," said a fairy, "and then we will be off. We are all pledged to keep the secret." Michael picked one of the babies up in his arms and held her against his breastplate. Again there was the strange silence, and Hans and Anna turned and sighed in their sleep, and then the room was full of the sound of rustling leaves. The little lad still stood near the fire, and he turned to Amanda, shivering. "What is it I feel?" he said. "You're sad, Strephon," said Amanda, "and so am I." "I have never felt so before," said Strephon. "Nor I," said Amanda. "But, Amanda, it is as though a cold wind blew round me." "Only mortals feel so," said Amanda. "They are sad and know not why. Let us be gone." In a minute the room was empty. Hans and Anna and the baby slept on. Outside came a sound like a strong wind, or like horses riding, and a fairy hunting horn flung a halloo like jagged lightning to the sky.